Welcome back to another video, another transfer video for Manchester United, and yet again the most part of the transfer news and talk is around that of Jadon Sancho. I think most people are getting a bit sick of this scenario, this saga now, because it's gone on for a couple of fucking years, but it is the longest saga that we've had for Manchester United. But there is other news to talk about, but mostly it is this transfer at the moment, and I'm hoping that when this transfer saga is out the way we can start talking about potentially other signings, because there hasn't really been too much to talk about in terms of other. I mean, there's been a little bit of talk about centre halves, but there hasn't been too much talk on midfield options as well, and there's only been talk on one right back option. So hopefully once this deal does get finalised, it seems that Manchester United seem to prioritise one signing, put all their eggs in one basket, want to get that deal out of the way before moving on to another deal. They don't seem to be able to do 2 or 3 deals at one time, and that is fucking frustrating for Manchester United. We're more than capable of banging these out, but with what the reports are coming out from a number of sources, are that this deal for Jadon Sancho could be done within the next couple of weeks. It doesn't look, obviously there's been the reports that it wasn't going to get done before the start of England's Euro campaign, which we know that starts tomorrow, so that was very unlikely that was going to happen, but there is reports that it should be done in time for the end of the Euros. Now that is fantastic news if it does get done in time for the end of the Euros, because this won't then drag on and on into August. And to be honest, Borussia Dortmund have put their stamp that they want it done before they start their pre-season tour again, like they did last summer. And for me, I just want this deal done as quick as possible so Manchester United can move on with other targets. We always flaff around with the Harry Maguire situation, with the Wan-Bissaka situation. We take our time with these transfers, and before, under David Gill, Manchester United were fucking flying out the blocks. Remember that year when we won the Champions League, that summer, just prior to the Champions League win in 2008, bang, Owen Hargreaves, bang, Anderson, Nani, all these fucking men were coming in through the door and whatnot for Manchester United, and it was used to be pretty quickly done. We did have the odd one like the Berbatov and Wayne Rooney's that took a bit of time, but some transfers do take a bit of time to get done, but by and large Manchester United were better and equipped to get them over the line quicker. But it does seem Manchester United have been around 10-11 million pounds apart in the race to get him from Dortmund. Now it is true that fucking someone like Chelsea could come in and snip Sancho away from Manchester United's grasp. It is still possible, yes, while the transfer is still open, but I think that this is almost a done deal, to be honest. I think this summer we are going to get it done. I know some people are worried that it will not happen because of what happened last summer, but we're much more further advanced this time around. We're not going to flaff around. I think last summer Manchester United thought that if they dithered and tried to haggle with the fee, that eventually Dortmund would crack and go for a lot lower fee, but I think we're going to hit some middle ground in the coming weeks. I think there's going to be a lot of add-ons to be made up for this, but who gives a fuck on the add-ons? Because if we throw in a £4 or £5 million deal, as I said, for a Ballon d'Or clause, then fucking Jadon Sancho is probably not going to win a Ballon d'Or anyway, so we won't have to pay that. And even if he does, I wouldn't care if Manchester United paid £15 million to Dortmund in 3 or 4 years if he won the fucking Ballon d'Or, because we would have a Ballon d'Or winner, and if Manchester United had a Ballon d'Or winner, we would probably be very successful on the pitch, because that award is almost given to a player that wins the Champions League or wins a World Cup or something like that this day and age, and that would be the case then, and Manchester United would have got well got their money's worth out of him. And other clauses in the deal will probably be if he scores a certain amount of goals, if he makes enough appearances, and these are bonuses that you would want to pay Dortmund if he does these things, because he's going to be successful on the pitch, and Manchester United will therefore win, or stand a very good chance of winning the top honours. And this player is going to improve Manchester United. We know that. He's only 21 years of age, and we've said all this same shit before, and I'm just going to be happy when the deal is over the line, just to get him to move forward with other transfers and targets. And it's good that if Manchester United get this deal done before clearing out some deadwood, because you don't want to be clearing out the deadwood and then not being able to get these transfers over the line, and you're stuck with a thinner squad. But once we get this deal done, hopefully the likes of Mata, Lingard will probably go on to pastures new, and maybe even some others, because there is rumours that Anthony Martial could be leaving Manchester United Reports though are that he could be going to Real Madrid, which I think is absolute bullshit, because I don't see why Real Madrid would want Anthony Martial. To be honest, they've not been very patient in the past when other players like Gareth Bale have had a dip in form, or even Cristiano Ronaldo. These players have been booed in the past, and fucking Hazard's been a dead loss for them, and they're not going to want another fucking player that's as inconsistent as Anthony Martial is at times. I mean, he can't do any worse there if he went there than Eden Hazard, but he has been inconsistent. I think the Real Madrid fans would get right on his back, if I'm being honest, but it probably is time for Anthony Martial to move on now. If we do get rid of Lingard, maybe Anthony Martial and Mata, it would free up some transfer fee for some other players as well, and definitely free up some wages to pay for this Sancho deal. So we can't play everyone in them wide positions, and Anthony Martial, though he likes to primarily play in the number 9 position, Jadon Sancho could play as a false 9, can play as a number 10, can play on the left hand side, the right hand side. So we've got options. We've got Greenwood, who we could play as a number 9 as well, so we've got options if he goes. But I don't think he really has been that ruthless number 9, and I think he's better out in a wider position, Anthony Martial. And if you've got a lot of players vying for them positions, it's going to stunt the progression of the likes of Greenwood, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to end up playing fucking Martial ahead of Greenwood, and it's just going to fuck everything up there. He's going to play him ahead of the likes of Shaw, Thierry, Alanga, which he does deserve to be ahead of them, but their progression isn't going to be, I mean, they've got talent in them. Certainly Shaw, Thierry, I think, is a very good talent, and I think he could jeopardise for the likes of Greenwood and Shaw and Sancho better than that of Martial being the backup to them. To be honest, I think if Shaw Thierry is like 3rd or 4th choice wide man, I would be more than happy with that than having Anthony Martial as 3rd or 4th choice, because you can't have an Anthony Martial as 3rd or 4th choice on the fucking wages he's on, and he's not, for me. The other players are all better than him. I mean, his stats have been that as good as Marcus Rashford, but to me his performances on the pitch, okay, Rashford's weren't too great this season, but overall I think in the last 18 to 20 months Martial's performances aren't that of what Rashford's have been, and you know, still been a decent servant to Manchester United. But I think the levels will increase if we do bring in this Sancho geezer, because yes, he did have a difficult start to last season, but his numbers are phenomenal at Dortmund. But we can't expect them numbers in the Premier League, because this is the hardest league in the world. He may hit them numbers in the future in the Premier League, but we can't expect it at only 21 years of age to hit the amount of assists he's been getting, and been getting double figures and into the 14-15 goal mark as well. I mean, hitting them sort of goal returns in the Premier League is someone in their absolute pomp, to be honest. So I mean, the deal does look like it's going to get done. I'm putting this out there. The deal is going to fucking get done. I'm pretty sure of it. If I was a betting to put a score on this, I'll give it sort of an 8 out of 10 now. I'm confident that this deal will get done. I'm just hoping that Manchester United can announce it and say we've agreed a fee with Dortmund for the signing of Jadon Sancho on a 5-year contract, subject to a medical after the Euros. That's what I believe will happen. Probably in the next week or two that will come out on Twitter, and I do believe that is feasible, that could happen. Anyway, let me know your thoughts now. Are you actually pleased that this deal could finally get done and we could move on with other transfers? Because that's what I just want Manchester United to do. It's just dragging on and on. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do hit that like button. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching it there. If you're watching it on Facebook, like the page, like the video, and share the video as well. Really do appreciate all the comments and support on the channel, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See you.